Hello, this is Elizabeth Wood, and in this video, I'm going to tell you the coronavirus added symptoms. I'm going to tell you about more than just the fever, the dry cough, and the shortness of breath. This disease has had other attacks on the heart, the kidneys, and the blood vessels. You will know more about it in the next video. Hello, this is Elizabeth Wood, Wood Education, Blog 43. I have important information I want to share with you today. And it's important that you wear your mask and to wash your hands frequently all day long when you come in from being out and about. It's getting serious now. What I'm about to report is the added symptom to Corona-19, which is an article I just read this morning on Microsoft Edge News. Now, before I get started, hit the subscribe button below and the like button and hit the notification for more of this video. Now, upload. Now this is going to be longer than 20 minutes because I have lots to say. And to start off with, please, I beg you, please, do not listen to President Trump. Keep the vigilant. Stay at home if you don't have to go anywhere or you don't have to go to work. Stay at home. Stay in isolation. Even though your state says that they lift up the stay at home rule, even though, because you're going to find out why I would say that. It's important. Now, mainly the older Americans like me, I'm a senior citizen. I have underlying medical condition which will affect me very badly if I happen to contract the coronavirus. Now, yesterday I went to Walmart in my area and picked up some groceries that I ordered online. I did not wear my mask. I was far away from the associate who brought out my groceries. She was wearing a mask and she was covered up pretty good. And she stayed a distance away from me. Now, I'm risking my chance of getting coronavirus, but I had to go get groceries. I can't stay here and feel like I'm in the cave and I can't get out. I just gotta get out. But I have to be careful. I will wear a mask in Wegmans. When I go in there. Now, the important thing is, when you are wearing a mask, do not touch your face at any time. And when you take your mask off, take it off with this elastic band behind your ear. Take it off. And do not touch the front of your mask. Even the cloth mask, the homemade mask, you'll do the same. You reach behind your ear. Do not touch the front of your mask at all. And if you have a cloth one that is made at home, put it in your laundry. If you have a disposable mask that you ordered online or you gotten in the drugstore, throw them away. Do not even touch them. Your hands. Do not, wash your hands once you get into your home. wash your hands immediately. After the mask is taken off, you wash your hands. And then when you're handling your groceries, like the box products, I got, bra, that's the only box I think I got. Or the quart bags from Walmart. Now, the important thing is you do not touch your face. Once you touch your groceries, go over to the sink and wash your hands. Then when you get your box of food out that you got, any of the groceries, you handle it. You wash the vegetables. You wash your hands, wash the vegetables, whatever, and then you can, that you have to be doing all day long. If you're handling food in your counter, make sure your counter is disinfected with disinfectants products. It's important that we do these things. Now, Friday, May 15th, in New York State, Cuomo will reopen the state, and we will not be in isolation. We can move about. So, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take it. I'm staying here. I am going to continue doing this. It's up to you. I'm a senior citizen. I have underlying medical condition. And you will find out why I am so concerned and about my health and about getting Corona-19. This morning on Microsoft News, I came across an article on coronavirus added symptom. Now, we were told the symptoms to look out for are a fever, a cough, a dry cough, and a short of breath. Now that is the symptom of pneumonia, okay? The symptom of pneumonia. All except that we don't get a fever with pneumonia. Now the coronavirus added symptom, I can see why the senior citizens are dying, why the senior citizens are vulnerable, and they get into a critical condition. So here are the added. Okay, I just got through telling you the ones that we know. Fever, cough, a dry cough, and shortness of oxygen. Now, they have found that there is more to the coronavirus than what we believe that we have. Coronavirus has a way of affecting our bodies more than just our lungs. Now I'm going to go through each one. And the first one is brain. Stroke from blood clot. A neurological issue. Well, in the seniors, when we get older, our blood vessels get thinner. And with diabetes, it gets even thinner. Because the sugar in the blood is like a paste, and it adheres to the walls of your blood vessel. And after a while, the blood vessel will get clogged up. And that's important that we take medication for diabetes. We take insulin to help fight off the sugar. That's what the insulin does. It fights off the sugar and it cleans the blood cell. But in the older Americans like me with an underlying medical condition, our blood vessels are thin, and our blood sugar, not blood pressure. The blood sugar uh, will make it worse. Now, the blood pressure, and we will have high blood pressure because there isn't much of the blood vessels. It keeps thinning out. The next thing that coronavirus is doing to us is having a pink eye. We normally get that from a cold. The pink eye is contagious, and that's another added symptom to coronavirus is the pink eyes. Nose, the loss of smell and taste, and no anosmia, ANOSMIA. Now, when we start to lose the smell and taste, then I will be alarmed. I will get a hold of the doctor right away. That I would do. Blood. Unexpected blood clotting. Attack the lining of the blood vessel. Yes, in an older senior who was in the nursing home who had thin blood vessels, like I have thin blood vessels. And I can show you, I don't know if you can see it. Well, anyway. So, along with the sugar diabetes, with the sugar, adhering to the walls of the vessel, and the insulin is not doing its job because in my case, I have to take insulin because my pancreas is not producing the insulin as much or not at all. So I am taking insulin to help fight off the sugar that is in the blood vessel. And if I get this coronavirus, like all the other seniors, it's mainly in the nursing home, then I will be in bad trouble. The next one, coronavirus adding system, is gastrointestinal system. That means vomiting and diarrhea in some people. Now, with me, I haven't got the coronavirus yet. Let me stop here. You may be tested for coronavirus by a nurse or someone doing the test for coronavirus, and you don't show any temperature or fever. You can have a low fever and still have coronavirus. So that means at that time you don't have it, but that doesn't mean that you will not get it. Maybe some other day or some other time you run into people who have asymptomatic coronavirus, and it got spread to you, and you caught it and not realize that you got it, then you're in trouble. Now, let's go to the next one. The coronavirus added system lungs. Clot and inflamed alveoli, air sacs. Alveoli are air sacs. It will chew off the air sac, a little at a time, to the point where you cannot breathe at all. It will spread in your lungs. Okay? Now that is the shortness of breath, what they say in a normal symptom that is given to us. Okay, the lungs, hampering breathing, pulmonary embolism from breakaway blood clots and microlots. Okay, the next one, coronavirus added system, is the heart. Weakened heart muscles cause dangerous aneurysm and heart attack due to small clots. So, in the seniors in the nursing home, their blood vessels are thin. Of course, mine is awfully thin. I am looking at my hand right now, and I notice how thin my blood vessels is. And this coronavirus is going to, if I do get it, it's going to form blood clots. Okay? Okay, the heart, the coronavirus added system, the heart. Okay? Weakened heart muscles causes dangerous aneurysm and heart attack due to small clots. Okay, now it's the same as the lungs. So I have a heart failure. I had a heart blockage about 3 years ago, and I was taken to emergency at Thompson Memorial Hospital. And then they flew me to Strong Memorial Hospital in Rochester by Mercy flight. I ended up there, and then I had a temporary pacemaker put in. And then about 3 days later, I had surgery to have a permanent pacemaker put into me. And right now, I have the pacemaker. Now, what the pacemaker will do is to shock my heart, to unblock the vessel that is being blocked, blocking the blood that goes to my heart. And when it does that, it will shock my heart. Now, there's no pain. There's no pain when it shocks it. And let's see what else. Every month, every 3 months, or every 90 days, I go to see my cardiologist and have my pacemaker tested to see how long the battery will last until they have to do surgery on me again to replace the battery in my pacemaker. Now that is important. Okay, the kidneys. Okay, the system of the added symptom of coronavirus is the kidneys. Okay, damage to structure that filters waste from blood. Patient often require dialysis. Okay, now, in my case, I have 4.5 or 5.4 damage to my kidneys. That is because I was taking medication that was caused my kidney failure. So I got off of that medication. They took me off that medication. It was for diabetes. And this is the diabetic um, uh, symptom. It's one of the things that is wrong with sugar diabetes, that we have kidney failure, heart failure, and insufficient of insulin going to the blood vessels to fight off the sugar that is lined up in the blood vessel. Okay, now I will continue. Now, SARS is COVID-2, and coronavirus 19 is SARS. It is SARS. And I do believe back in 2003, I think it was, they had the outbreak of SARS, CoV-2, or CoV-1. The bad seed of the coronavirus family is the seventh. It has managed to combine the infectious of its cold causing cousin with some of the lethality of SARS and MARS. It can spread before people show symptoms of disease, making it difficult to control, especially without widespread and accurate testing. At this moment, social distancing is the only effective countermeasure. In other words, I say it is dangerous now to open up the country. I do believe it's dangerous. Mainly the seniors who are in the long-term nursing program at the nursing home, and mainly in the older Americans like me, people from 60 to on up, with an underlying condition that we are vulnerable of getting it and be critical. We can end up being in the ICU with this coronavirus 19, and we could die. And it's very, very important that the diabetics and the seniors should be monitored closely. And that's what my health group is doing here in Rushville. They are keeping an eye on me to make sure that I am not going to get this coronavirus. They have donated food for me, mainly the Office of the Agent. They have sent food to me, but they sent the wrong food. Well, some of it I can eat, and some of it I cannot eat. I can't eat sugar. I can't eat food with high potassium, and that's mainly what I got. And I can't eat food with salt in them. I can't have salt. And then the food that I received has lots of salt in it, and my blood pressure shows it. And I was on my own diet. I was doing my own diet. And I'm going to show you right now. Oh, it's 3:20. Where is okay, I'm going to get it right here. you can see how my blood pressure has gone up. I can't have salt, but my blood pressure is still high. And that is because now I had to take it twice, an hour apart. After taking the medication, it will go down. It will at 130. And then this morning, my blood pressure I take these cards in and I show them to the nurse practitioner, and she will take it and copy them. Okay, this morning I had a relapse and it was 132. Now I stopped eating the food with lots of socks and it went up 141 because I was moving around, and that's what causes the blood pressure. Now it's not down where it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be 118 cyanic, and dicyanic is supposed to be 80. And and right now my blood vessels is thin, and it will give off a higher blood pressure, and that can be that is being monitored. And because I'm taking insulin, I gain weight. I went to 150 up to 161.4. I gained weight because of the insulin, and that's just the norm when taking insulin. Now, it's very important when you have an underlying medical condition that you watch yourself very closely, and when you don't have to go to work or you don't have to go out anywhere, stay home. Try to stay home as much as possible. When the employers open up the workplace, they will have something in place in order to protect you from getting the coronavirus. They might have a testing of coronavirus before you enter into the place of work. They might be spacing your work away from other employees. I haven't read the new guideline, the American Reopening Guideline. I haven't read it yet, but I'm going to, and maybe I can, talk about it with you if I do. The distance away is 3 feet, and you are to wear your mask. Even though your employer is not practicing this reopening American guideline, wear your mask anyway. They're messing around, and as far as I know, President Trump is pushing things. He put in the coronavirus to the side, and he's working on the economy. He doesn't care if anyone gets the coronavirus or not. All he's thinking about is himself being re-elected the next 4 years in the Oval Office. That's all he cares about. He doesn't care about us Americans. He's just reading off what the CDC has given him. You notice that he looks down at his notes. And then he added some things to it, which is lies. So I would not trust Donald Trump with a 10-foot pole. I would listen to CDC because they know what they're talking about. They are in it. They know what's going on in reality. Donald Trump is in the fantasy land. He thinks it's going to go away without using vaccine. He is fooling himself. He is. He's deceiving himself, and I won't believe that. I am going to wear a mask, and I'm going to be washing my hands. I'm going to stay here as much as I can, even though I like to go out once in a while and do something, because I don't anyway. I'm a home bug. So it's important. My life is on the end of the cliff. I'm about to fall over off the cliff. That's how important it is to my health. I am very concerned. Not that I fear this. I do not fear this coronavirus because Satan is working on me to be afraid and be in fear. But I'm using common sense. I'm using my faith in Jesus to protect me. I am asking him every day in prayer, Lord, protect me from this coronavirus and my family and my church members and everybody. I keep praying this to Jesus. Protect us from getting the coronavirus. Now let's continue. Like I said, this video is longer than intended, and it's an important video that I am sharing with you. Now let's continue. It mostly spares the young until it doesn't. Last week, doctors warned of a rare inflammatory reaction with cardiac complication among children that may be connected to the virus. On Friday, New York Governor Andrew M. Cuomo announced 73 children have fallen severely ill in the state, and a 5-year-old boy in New York City had become the first child to die of the syndrome. 2 more children have succumbed as of Saturday over this weekend. Okay. Now, not only that the coronavirus has affected all those symptoms I just read to you, the added symptom, it also affects the skin, covered toes or fingers, a purple rash from the attack on the blood vessels, immune system, widespread impact including overactive immune response that attack the healthy issue. So, the younger people are not out of the woods. They're not. Because even the healthy immune system will be attacked. Overactive immune system. Now, let's go back to the children. Mount Sinai has treated 5 children with the condition. Riak said each started with gastrointestinal symptoms, which turn into inflammatory complication that caused very low blood pressure, and expand your blood vessel. This led to heart failure in the case of the first child who died. Okay, this could happen to us seniors. This could happen because this coronavirus is a wicked virus. It is deadly. It is lethal. That's why it's important that we wear a mask. I'm going to stress this to everybody out there. We are to wear a mask. Okay. Now, Fossey, Redfield, and another um, member of this task force has tested positive to the coronavirus, and each one has quarantined themselves for to keep from others from catching it. Now, this is due to not wearing the mask. They were not wearing a mask, all three of them. I'm surprised that Dr. Brooks doesn't get it. She's a senior citizen. She might have an underlying medical condition. So, it's a wake-up call to President Trump. He should be wearing a mask. He's probably got it now. He probably has the coronavirus and is in incubation, which is 5 to 10 days. And it could be that President Trump is going to come down with the coronavirus and he had to isolate himself. And this is due to not wearing their mask and maybe not washing their hands like they're supposed to. Donald Trump is so confident that this coronavirus is going to dissipate without using vaccine. He is deceiving himself big time. He's in paradise land, fantasy land. No way it's going to do that. It's going to take almost 2 years to come up with an antidote or the solution to prevent us from getting the coronavirus. And I think they should go after the bats and the penguin and kill them all. They are the carriers of the COVID too. I wish they would. I wish they would go in the cave and suffocate every bat in the cave. Wherever where the horseshoe bats are, get rid of them. They are the carriers of COVID too, and SARS and MERS. Paramedics bring home a woman with COVID-19 who underwent an emergency C-section because she was gravely ill. After the extensive care, including time on a ventilator, she said she was released from a hospital in Stamford, Connecticut. And she had a healthy newborn, John Moore Gently images. The paramedics bring home a woman with COVID-19 who underwent an emergency C-section because she was gravely ill. After the extension care, including time on a ventilator, she was released from a hospital in Stamford, Connecticut. And she has a healthy newborn, and his name is John Moore Getty. Okay? You would have thought it was a stomach virus, said her daughter, Catherine Coleman. She was talking and walking and completely coherent. But even Catherine, 67, chatted with her daughters on her cell phone. The oxygen level in her blood dropped so low the most patient would be near death. And she was on a ventilator and in critical condition at St. Francis Hospital. And one more patient with a strange constellation of symptoms that physicians are racing to recognize and explain and treat. At the beginning, we didn't know that we were dealing with Belton Foster, physician-in-chief at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City, the epicenter of the U.S. outbreak. We were seeing patients dying in front of us. It was all of a sudden. You are in a different ball game, and you don't know why. Today, there is a widespread recognition the novel coronavirus is far more unpredictable than a simple respiratory virus. Often it attacks the lungs, but it can also strike anywhere from the brain to the toes. Many doctors are focused on treating the inflammatory reaction it triggers and its capability its capacity to cause blood clots, even if they struggle to help patients breathe. Learning about a new disease on the fly, with more than 78,000 U.S. deaths attributed to the pandemic, they have little solid research to guide them. The World Health Organization database already lists more than 14,600 papers on COVID-19. Even the world premier public health agencies, including the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, have constantly altered their advice to keep pace with new development. We don't know why there are so many disease presentations, said Angela Russelman, a virologist at the Center of Infection and Immunity at Columbia University at Mohan School of Public Health. Bottom line, this is just so new that there's a lot we don't know. More than 4 months of clinical experience across Asia, Europe, and North America has shown that pathogen does much more than invade the lung. No one was expecting a disease that would not fit the pattern of pneumonia and respiratory illness, said David Rick, a cardiac anesthesiologist and president of Mount Sinai Hospital in New York. It attacks the heart, weakening its muscle, and it disrupts its critical rhythm. It saps kidneys so badly some hospitals have run short of dialysis equipment. It crawls along the nervous system, destroying taste and smell, and occasionally reaching the brain. It crawls along the nervous system, destroying taste and smell, and occasionally reaching the brain. It creates blood clots that can kill with sudden efficiency and inflame blood vessels throughout the body. It begins with a few symptoms or more, none at all, and then days later, squeeze the air out of the lungs without warning. It picks on the elderly people weakened by the previous disease and disproportionately the obese. It harms men more than women, but there are also signs of incomplete pregnancy. Okay, that goes right back to the symptom I just read earlier. Now, I I don't know what I can say. It's important. I want to stress you. Go to the CD and keep update, read the update on what is going on with coronavirus 19. Do that. I give credit to the article on Microsoft uh, News. Well, this is Microsoft News, and I don't know if I'm going to stress enough to everybody. I do not know, but I am going to summarize up. The senior citizens are the vulnerable ones because of their underlying condition, medical condition. They have a heart failure, kidney failure. They have diabetes. They have cancer. They have heart disease. These are the vulnerable ones. The younger ones in the 60s or the younger ones in the 30s, they have a respiratory disorder like asthma. Asthma is one of them. And they are treated with an inhaler. They are the ones who will probably be critical and might have to go to ICU. So it is important that we be safe, that we wear our masks, that we wash our hands after we go shopping. The restaurants, I know one restaurant is using the shower curtain to separate the people, so the people won't get the coronavirus. But still, you got to wear your mask. No matter what retail store you go into, wear your mask. Now you know why. Now you know why after I read that. I got that article. I have copied it on my notepad. And that's where I got the information from. So, as a reminder, even though your state is reopening your state, do not think that you don't have to wear a mask just because they're reopening, and that you don't have to be isolated. Do not fool yourself. Now, if you listen to what I just said, what I read that was on the article on Microsoft, which is an open source, you can go to it and read it yourself. This is very important that we do follow the rules to keep ourselves safe. So, I'd like to thank you for watching. I have more videos to upload here, which is not ready to be uploaded. I'm still editing. And I will have a Bible perspective on the coronavirus on my other channel, the Bible Lesson Wood. And I will give you an announcement when that's going to be up on this channel here, the Wood Education Blog 43, which I thank you for watching, and I will see you here the next time on YouTube and the World Wide Web.